Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Good evening, my dear friends, and welcome to the Carmen Harra Show, Miracle Guidance, every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on OMTimes Radio. And tonight, we're going to learn how to close doors of your past and how to let go. It's very easy in life to be stuck in a false belief, stuck in a relationship, stuck in a past, in something that happened to you a long time ago. And what happens is that when you get stuck, you lose the power to move into new opportunities because the past diminishes the power of your future. So it makes you hold on to old beliefs and habits. And holding on always creates dissatisfaction because it creates stagnancy. So you keep on thinking of whatever happened, and you become stagnant. And the law of life is movement, is transformation. So you cannot afford to become stagnant. That's why you cannot afford to hold on into old beliefs and old habits. And you have to, and you actually deserve to step into possibilities. For that reason, you need to unblock yourself. So tonight we're going to talk about how significant it is to understand the things that no longer serve you and the action that you need to take, to find closure to situations in your life that belong to your past. And as you know, this is a calling show, so I will invite you to my show. And I have an amazing producer who's always taking your calls. So the number to call in is 202-570-7057. And you will be connected to me, and we will talk, and I will guide you and give you my expertise about your situation, no matter the type of the problem that you are facing. And as I said, so tonight we want to let go of pain, of everything that came into your life from harmful habits, from bad situations, sometimes from bad people. So we want to turn our back to the past and look forward, because this is the way we become motivated, and we introspect the possibilities in front of us. I remember hearing someone recently saying, you can reach what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind you. And this is so true. If you want to reach something and you have a goal, you have to make sure that nothing is holding you back. And as I said, this couldn't be more true. You can walk forward by looking backward, just like you can reach for the goal in front of you if your hands are tied behind your back. So the truth is that that's very easy to get stuck in something that happened in the past. And as I said, in the past many things happened. A former relationship, a divorce, some arguments that went for a very long time. So being stuck in this past makes you hold on to old beliefs and habits, and makes you feel overwhelmed and always like unhappy and pretty much miserable. So you deserve to know how to break through that. And many of you don't know how to heal all wounds. and to heal the past and to close the door of the past. I always believe that time takes away the power of something that happened and smooth everything over when it really can make it our emotional scars settle even deeper. You might be thinking, well, I got over that relationship a long time ago, or that bad experience happened years ago, so I'm definitely healed from it. You might be thinking this way. But you may or may not be actually really healed from it. So that's why it's very important to introspect honestly and fearlessly what exactly happened to you and how healed you really are. Does turmoil from the past continue to interfere in the present? Now, if you look at the situation in the world today, this is very traumatic. It's a trauma that affects the collective mind of planet Earth. It affects all of us collectively. Is this trauma going to go away so easily? Absolutely no. It's not going to go so easily. It's going to be rooted in our subconscious mind, and it's going to take a lot of effort. And because of this trauma, you will see people not necessarily wanting to go back to the life they used to have. And probably, then in my opinion, we will not go back to the life the way we used to live it. And we will try to live differently in the future. But in general, you must let go in order for things to come to an end. So for us to put an end to this pandemic, we have to process what really happened to us. Not so much finding a virus, because finding a cure for the virus. It's processing the information about the virus and processing what happened to us collectively and processing the significance of what has happened to us emotionally and mentally. This is what nobody's talking about. Everybody talks about a vaccine, when in fact, at the end of the day, a vaccine might not even be a cure, for the simple reason that this virus continues to mutate and will mutate and will mutate. So whatever vaccine we might find is not going to actually help us too much, because it's going to probably cover some form of a strand of a virus, but it's not really going to guarantee a full protection. As you can see at the beginning, we thought that this virus, by the way, I'm switching subjects for a second, was actually a breathing problem, having something to, it ended up by being an altitude disease, that it ended up by being a heart, having to do with the heart, that affects the main organs, that it developed an inflammatory process, and then it affects children. So it's just completely, went in a total, it took a different course, in a total different direction than we originally thought. Consequently, it looks like we have no idea exactly what's going on with this virus, which makes me believe, me personally, that it's made by us, because it's so geniusly, Machiavellically created. But in life, if you have to put things to an end, you have to do it. Time won't do it for you, except push the memory further down into subconscious mind. We try to create sometime where the things that we don't like, the dissociated amnesia, it's a term in psychology. When you've been hurt, you've been abused, you've been going through a trauma, and then we create that element in the brain in which we try to forget that really happened to us, and we push everything and we bury everything in the subconscious. But that element will wake up one day, and come back to our consciousness. So if you continue to hold on into something, even if it takes a decade ago, it's still very much alive in you. It's still present in your mind and in your heart, and will continue to be present in your reality. So for you listening to me right now, think for a little bit, what is present in your mind? What is present into reality? What it is that, you are experiencing nowadays that might be a reflection of something that you been affected in the past. At which degree you allow the past to interfere with your life now, and you will allow it in the time ahead. In other words, impacting your future. And I'm going to share with you some different methods of detachment. I will give you probably, in my opinion, the most effective action you can take to finally gain closure and to move on from absolutely anything. Whatever you're still feeling, the effect of a breakup or a divorce or a loss or a tragedy or a health crisis or the pandemic now, whatever trauma you might still feeling the effects, that you hold on the full power, I will help you regain that control. And it's easier and way more simpler than you think. And you just have to want to do it. And you have to understand the power behind it. And as I said, I'm going to take your calls. And I want to let you know before I go and take your calls that it's so wonderful to have you as my friend. So if you want to be my friend on social media, because this is the way to find out about my new book, you're going to find out about my articles on different magazines, my music, because I'm doing a lot of music for many, many years, and probably many of you have no idea about my music. But it's fun, to listen to some of my songs. And I'm actually going to play a song after the break. It's one of those songs that is actually dedicated to this moment that we are all living. And it's called United in the Storm. And I wrote these songs a while back, but it's like it was written with the intention to be played now. It's a song of peace. It's a song that expresses the pain for all of us together, and how can we actually overcome, because we are into this together, and this togetherness will help us heal. But as I said, if you want to be my friend on social media, go to Carmen Harra on Facebook, Carmen Harra on Instagram, and just be my friend, or subscribe on my YouTube channels and see my videos, my music, everything that I have to say about different topics, especially majority of them I'm discussing on the radio. But I was telling you that it's significant to know what kind of an action you need to take in life. What is important for you to do in order to detach? Because detachment means letting go of what no longer serves you. Detachment means actually must happen physically, mentally, and emotionally. So when you detach at all the level of your being. And this detachment must be performed at the level of the mind, at the level of the body, at the level of the spirit, to become genuine and actually to become permanent. Because you don't want to detach for today and then go back into attaching yourself. But in order to really let go and really cut the cord, you have to work in this kind of a trinity, body, mind, and soul. So in the physical sense, it can mean not contacting a person who brings you pain, or living in an old house in which you had bad memories. And in a mental sense, it can mean distracting yourself from pretty much somebody who was an ex-partner or a problem that bothered you. In an emotional sense, it means transforming those negative emotions into good ones, so positive ones, in order for you to feel finally happiness and joy and fulfillment. So you see, so this is the way you actually operate at the three level of your being. And one of the best action you can take to close all doors, and you heard this a million times, I'm not the first one to talk about it, and probably the first one to talk about it was 2,000 years ago, Jesus that talked about forgive. God, I forgive them. So forgive. The power of the word means detach. Actually, the word forgive means to detach. I know that forgiveness is easier said than done, but I tell you, it does bring rewards beyond your imagination. So if you can forgive, it actually takes less effort than you think. And all you have to do is find one reason to forgive. That's the secret. Just let's say somebody did something very wrong to you. You know, if you have that ability to find the reason to forgive that person who took your money, who ruined your career, who took the life of somebody who you love, who you know what I mean, ruin your marriage, you know, bad karma, talking about those kind of actions. But trust me, if you can do that, you detach from those situations and indirectly from those people. And also it proves that you are better than that person who hurt you. And that's so big. You are so much better than that person. And a lot of people are telling me, oh, but I'm not Jesus. I cannot do this. But maybe you simply want to grow as a person. And maybe you want to give up on the old beliefs. Maybe you want to give up on old habits. Maybe you want to be stronger for your kids. Maybe you want to set the right example. But maybe you want to find that secret. Maybe you want to free your soul from the pain and the suffering and move in a different direction, and you will sense that it's not bothering. Those things don't exist in you anymore. So in order to forgive, you have to put yourself in that other person's shoes and try to understand what motivated that person to do what that person did, even if you might not come up with an understanding. And sometimes you have to see why a certain person acted in a certain way or said certain things. Because we're never aware of the subconscious trauma or unprocessed emotion that people hide inside themselves. So I don't want you to take it personally if someone is harming you, because people are dealing with all sorts of inner conflicts. And people are, you have to bear in mind, you can forgive more easily if you think this way. To think of how it would benefit you to forgive by recognizing your personal reason and your own motivation. So there's nothing more effective at helping you to let go than a positive intervention. Something that intervenes in the way that you regularly think and the way you regularly behave. So, and I can go on and on and on, you know, in explaining you how your thinking impacts the way you detach from situation. But I'm going to take a break, and right after the break, I want to play to you my song called United in the Storm.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
A social distancing tip.
While the CDC urges you to avoid close contact, like hugging or shaking hands, there are other non-physical ways to say hello. Wave, wink, use sign language, salute, smile, give the peace sign, throw up an air high five, do jazz hands. Remember, stay a minimum of 6 feet or 2 arms length away from others, and stay home if you can. For more info, visit coronavirus.gov.
Let's all do our part, because we're all #alone together. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
And I'm back, and we've been so affected collectively by this problem in the world that makes us rethink life on Earth and rethink who we are and what's the role that we play for the future of our children and how we should act and behave and how we should heal. And I want to play a song that is a song of peace, of unity, and that's why it's called We Stand United in the Storm. And I wrote this song with my sister Mona, and I'm very proud to play it for you on OMTime Radio, and you have to let me know if you like it. I'm going to go then and take your calls right after that. And I'm going to talk to Teresa, Andrea from New Jersey, Cornelia from Ontario, Margot, Helena, and I don't know if Jonathan is still here, but you guys hold on the line. I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, so let's talk about this song and let's see how it is and if you like it. My song is called We Stand United in the Storm.
A candle in the night, clear skies outside, bringing peace of mind, bringing a new time. A candle in the night, burning just as bright as the thought that I might be with you tonight. We stand united in the storm, and steps will lead from door to door. When we walk out in the dark, songs will grow from heart to heart. And though the night won't keep us safe, time will show that we'll remain forever here, forevermore. We stand united in the storm. A prayer in the night, leading us to find courage for the day. Rainbows on our way, and water reaching wide. Nothing stops the tide, walking hand in hand, poems in the sand. We stand united in the storm, and steps will lead from door to door. When we walk out in the dark, songs will grow from heart to heart. And though the night won't keep us safe, time will show that we'll remain forever here, forevermore. We stand united in the storm. Try to leave your worries somewhere far behind. Every day so special, it shines for us like a light. Try to leave your worries somewhere far behind. Our life so special, it shines for us like a light. We stand united in the storm, and steps will lead from door to door. When we walk out in the dark, songs will grow from heart to heart. And though the night won't keep us safe, time will show that we'll remain forever here, forevermore. I hope we get the we need.
Yeah, I hope we get the love we need. And I'm grateful that you listened to my song, and I'm going to go right now and see what you think about my song and what can I do for you tonight. I'm going to see who's my first caller. I think I'm going to go to a new caller, Andrea in New Jersey. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you, my love?
Well, I'm happy to be speaking to you. It's not the first time. A big
It's
fan
not
of
the first
yours.
time? Oh, I'm
No,
grateful.
I'm a big
Grateful.
fan. I have your books. I called into one of
Good.
your shows a few years ago, and
Good.
is that you singing on the song? On
It's
the
me.
song you
It's me.
just
It's my
played?
song. It's me singing. Yeah.
Very pretty. It's very nice.
You
It's
like
a
it?
great song. I do. Yeah. I mean, I listen to EDM, like electronic dance music, but I
Right.
also have a good ear for music. It's very pretty and soothing.
I have a lot of songs. I released an entire album last September, October. Last year. It's called Behind Closed Doors. And if you put Behind Closed Doors anywhere through the internet, you can listen to all the songs. There's a lot, all type of music. And one day when you have nothing else to do because you like music, just listen and let me know your opinion. And I'll reward you by giving you a free session so that I can compensate for your time of listening to my music. So
you got
I would
it.
appreciate
Okay.
it. Okay. All right, my dear.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you for everything you said to me. You made my night. So let me know, what can I do for you right now? If you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer. Yes.
So I saw your email about letting go, and my situation is always with relationships. When I spoke to you a few years ago, I was single. I was frustrated about it. You said you're going to meet someone. You won't be alone. You were absolutely right. I had a new relationship. We got engaged. It lasted 18 months, and it ended abruptly just because I realized that this wasn't the right partner for me. But behind that, I've also gone through a divorce. I've also lost my parents at a young age. You know, it's like continuous loss in these relationships. You know, and we discussed the trauma before, but right now, I'm paralyzed by this last experience. I just don't know how to move forward. Not that I want to have that relationship back, but I don't. I'm just crippled by the shock of it.
Do you think you are able to really close that door? Do you think you understand why that person came into your life? Do you think you had a real closing of that connection of that door? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and I don't think we have, but I also feel like we both would have to change a great deal in order to come back together again.
And I agree. Okay, so to me, I'm intrigued by the fact that we anticipated the relationship coming, but it came and that it didn't really last, and I wonder what kind of an impact this relationship made. And I don't want this relationship to be a blockage at the end. I want you to process everything that happened so that you will be able to bring something else into your life. And there is almost like a side of me that says someone else who's actually the right person is about to come now. Give me just the month and the day of your birth. I want to see which personal year you are in.
10/26.
10/26. October 26. I want to see which year are you in. Sorry?
I believe I'm in the 4-year, right?
No, you are entering the 4-year only in October 26. No? Until then, you're in the year 3. Now, the year 3 is relatively positive in meeting people, but there is a side of me that says that the new person coming into your life is coming more towards September, more closer to your birthday. Someone else comes into your life. And I have a feeling this person might have an M name intuitively, and is somebody who's in so many respects more a match for you than this other person. In terms of his way of being, his way of relating to you, like creating that deeper connection. And I also think that this other person is also born in the spring. And I feel like this other person has a sibling, a sister. What else comes about me? Has a very strong connection with his mother. You're going to see a very powerful bond with his own mother, but in a positive way. Sometimes we judge men through the way they deal with their parents, especially their mothers. So that will be a plus for him. And I pick up an R name related to his mom or something in that family. All I can also say that this is more the time, so you will easily be able to overcome what happened to you and not have a feeling that I'm broken, I'm devastated, I'm in a, don't even say that, because words are powerful. Never say I've been broken by this. Say, okay, I embrace this experience and I'm okay with the fact that I experience. So allow it to be part of your life so it goes through you and comes out, So it doesn't get stuck. So by saying that, those emotions are not creating a permanent imprint in your brain or within you. They go through you and then they exit. So it doesn't stay within you. You don't want this to stay within you. You want this to be like a transitory thing that you are able to accept and you are able to detach from. Actually, I think you will be completely removed from this person. Most likely, we used to say cure, like the moment you meet this other person, you a stronger energy eliminates the previous one. So this new person is a way stronger energy, almost like deleting the previous one. And it's so funny that in life sometimes when this happens to us, we say, okay, thank God the other person was not good for me because I met somebody way better, Then you might express even gratitude for, oh, wow, now I know why that person was not meant to stay in my life, because look, now I'm even better. Now things are better for me. So I feel like that would be your kind of thinking. Somewhere, if we go towards the end of the year, probably till February of the next year, that will be your way of thinking. I see you moving from where you live, and I also see changes around your work. Also because of this person coming into your life. So you see, I'm trying to give you a lot in a very short time.
I appreciate that.
So, feel free to call anytime on the show, whenever you feel like you need to express yourself, but still work on this person that you want to still remove yourself from. So work emotionally and mentally to completely cut that person get it out of your system, because I feel like that there's something unresolved there. Are you still talking to this person?
We did try it, and then it didn't turn. It didn't.
Right.
It was all about getting back together. It wasn't just a general.
I'm not surprised, and that might happen again. So I have a very strong feeling that he might initiate again.
I'm anticipating that, but my immediate response is going to be, please don't contact me. I want to be
I will not even say that. I will not even say that, because that sets the ground of somebody who wants to, and that might anger him. I will probably go to an extreme of either changing my phone or block his number or something like this. Action speaks louder than words. I will not say don't contact me or don't. I will not. I will act. I will not use words. You understand? And I don't know if it's difficult to change the number, but that's what I will recommend instead of simply telling him don't, because he will get it the wrong way. You don't know how people get things the wrong way. And that will create an energy that you don't want to exist between you. If he's not going to have a phone call to contact you, or if he's blocked or something like this, that will be he will have a different understanding, Or if you can write to him that I found somebody else, so I'm moving forward, even if that's not a reality, but you put it in the perspective, that would be my psychological advice here. Other than make him feel, because what I sense is that he's still frustrated from his own mistakes, and somehow I do believe he wants you back. I do believe very strongly he wants you back, and by wanting you back, there is a blockage that comes indirectly from him. So I want you to know that. Okay, my love. So I love you. Call anytime.
Tell me the name of your album again.
So my album is called Behind Closed Doors. You put Carmen Harra Music, and you see a lot of musical videos that I did, and you see Behind Closed Doors, and there's an album that has 11 new songs.
Beautiful.
And I want you to, yeah, and when you listen to it, let me know, and then I give you a free session. So you let me know when you had a moment to talk to me, okay?
I will email you. Thank you, dear.
Please.
Have a great day.
I love you.
Stay safe.
Okay, sweetheart, thank you. I'm going to go to Teresa in Chicago. Hi, my Teresa, how are you?
Hi, Carmen. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, my love. How are you?
Great. I just wanted to say that was a beautiful, uplifting song.
You like it? Okay,
yes,
okay.
It was beautiful. I'll have to listen to some more.
Okay, good. Well, if you put my name anywhere on the internet, you put Carmen Harra Music, you see lots of my songs, all kinds of songs. Love songs. I write music since I was very young, and this was my first career was to be a singer, a musician. So I will never give up on this one because it's so healing. It's so healing, especially now.
Beautiful.
So, what can I do for you, my love, tonight? Is there anything I can do for you? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had talked to you in the past. I don't know if you remember our conversation. I had some feelings for an old friend that's now a widow, and he's with a new girlfriend. And
what happened over there? What happened to him?
Well, he's still with her, and you had given me some words of possibly giving me some hope for a relationship with him, and I'm still holding on to feelings, but I think it's time to let go, and I'm having a hard time.
I don't want you to hold on to something that you don't see happening from him. I couldn't help it giving you the hope because I in my mind, I visualize it, So I said, I'm not going to want you to cut the cord. And it's interesting sometimes when you cut the cord and all of a sudden that person still appears in your life. I do believe that this person is trying to keep him there and not letting him be free. It's not that he doesn't want to come to you, but that person is not letting him. You understand? So that person is manipulating a certain situation in her favor by not allowing him to cut the cord to that relationship he has with her. Though I think in my heart that he wants to do that. But you, on the other hand, you don't want to do anything and you probably feel sad and even a little bit frustrated, and I understand your emotions. You do meet somebody else who has a big forehead, almost like a little bit bald, and he has gray hair, but he's very attractive. He's very attractive, and having a big forehead, it's a sign. I used to study astrophysiognomy, so it's a sign of intelligence. People who very bright, very educated. He's actually a very educated man, and very put together, very neat, and I like men that look like gentlemen. You don't see them anymore. But this is a great guy. So you do meet somebody, and because I even see you meeting him in person, in spite of all this nightmare with the social distancing and everything. And I'm not saying this has to happen tomorrow. It might happen a little bit later when the things will get better. But I see, and I even feel like you might call back on the show and tell me about him. And there is something happening here for you. Give me the month and the day of your birth again, because I want to see which year you are in also.
Okay, it's January 15th.
Okay, I want to see which year are you in. January 15th. The problem, now I know why this man didn't come through. The year you are in doesn't help you. We have years there's a lot of stagnancy, there is a lot of, the energy is not moving, I don't know if you felt this way lately, like whatever you're trying to do. Do you feel this way lately? Like this is a slow year, is not giving you what you want?
Well, no. I mean, as far as my career and everything, that's been put on hold. I'm still... I have been trying to go online dating, and I have just recently connected with a few gentlemen. So that's something to look for.
So my point is this. You are in a year for the next half a year. That seems like slow. That doesn't bring you exactly what you expect. But as you step in 2021, you have an excellent year of dynamic year in which you're going to see, wow, everything that didn't work for 12 months is working in 3 weeks. Immediately you're gonna feel the energy moving because you go into a total situation. It's you shift the energy. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I clear, expressing myself clearly enough so that you understand? I go to a break, my love, but I want you to know that if you can hold on the line, I'll finish my sentence. Don't go anywhere. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
I'm Kathy Williams, host of Sexy Mom Abundant Life radio show on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. On the show, we explore living abundantly in every area of your life. Ways to let go of limiting patterns and beliefs and to step into the flow of creativity and possibility, knowing you are supported by the universe.
I'm Fidel Nshambo. I was born in a city called the Bukavu in the Congo. We were a loving family, and then, boom, everything that I had disappeared in a single day. People think that when you are a refugee and they resettle you to America, and all your problems are done. They don't understand that that's the beginning of everything. I was not born a refugee. I was made one.
It's time we welcome refugee families with open arms. Learn more at embracerefugees.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
And I'm back on OMTime Radio, and the topic today is to let go. Closing doors of the past, and I was talking to Teresa about closing her doors of the past. So I was trying to make my point that next year is the year of action, and this was a slow year. So in this year overall, universally, this year was not really helping you and not really helping a lot of people. So I think that if you patient a little bit, we're going to talk very soon about your life changing, Teresa, and changing for good.
Good.
So let's keep in touch, and you call me anytime you want, and I love you, and thank you for being my friend and calling on the radio all the time.
I thank you too, and I'm going to listen to some of your songs.
Oh, good. Oh my God. I'm so grateful for that because I really love to sing. Okay, my angel. Thank you so much for calling me.
Care.
You too, my love. I'm going to go to Cornelia in Ontario, and then to Margot, and then to Helena. Hi, Cornelia, my love. How are you, my dear?
Hello, Carmen. I'm still okay. Thank you.
Good.
And I wanted to tell you that I'm listening all your songs always. I give them thumbs up. But my favorite is the New York, New York. I don't know why. That's the one what I love.
Oh my God, I know. I did that in concert. I did it. Oh my God, that is a hard song to sing. But yeah, that
long
was
time ago. I know.
Long time ago.
That's the one what I love the most.
The most.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
You know, hard
How are
to
you,
sing.
Carmen?
I'm good. I'm very well, actually. I'm in Florida. Florida is better than New York. So thank God I'm not in New York, in my home in New York. I'm in my home in Florida. So that's for me a blessing.
God.
A blessing. You, how are you, and what can I do for you, my lovely Cornelia?
I want to hope that I'm okay. Thank you so much.
You
so
are.
far, everybody's being safe, and I hope it will be safe on continue. And Carmen, you know, exactly because the title of remaining stuck in past, and I kind of remain stuck in past with my jobs, because you know it's interesting. Okay, now it is a delicate situation out there, but I'm always kind of waiting because one of my jobs where I really wanted to go back, I had to leave very unfair, in an unfair situation. I have this thing in my mind that it's always in my mind that they're going to call me. Now, I don't know what's going to happen from now, because I'm really waiting.
Do you really want to go back there? Is that something you really want to do? Or is it just your ego who wants to go? Or do you really think that's a good decision to go back there?
Not necessarily ego.
No?
Yes, Carmen.
But do you think that's a good decision? No. Yeah, ego is something that has to do with our ego. So we're talking about ego, soul, and self, you know. But in your case, it's not the level of the ego as a low level of consciousness. It's your soul that has been hurt. You know what I mean? Also, and you kind of want to be healed. It's not so much the ego. Probably not. I didn't use quite the right, but your soul was hurt. So you would love to heal that by going back. But the question is that the best place to go back to? Is it?
I have no idea right now. I just cannot see too much, you know, because you know that many companies are closing, and this company is open.
It's
open, and
so this company is still open. Okay. So
nobody called me back yet. And I just have this feeling. I don't know. I don't know, Carmen, why I have in my soul this feeling that they're going to call me back. I honestly don't know.
Didn't I tell you this before, that they will call back? Have we had this discussion before? I have a sense that, you know, that feeling of we said this before, or we thought about this before, or it's not the first time we're talking about this. I have this strong feeling of...
that was 3 or 4 years ago when I went back to Eurofood, but this is something else. This was in knitting. This was in knitting, and I really loved what I was doing. And right now, because everywhere is restructuration and they let people go, but because this company works, and I was one of the main over there in knitting, and I had to leave unfair. Nobody told me yet, Carmen, honestly, that they're going to call me back or something. I'm just maybe imagining things, but that's how I feel. And that's why I wanted to tell you I'm so stuck on this idea that I feel that maybe they're going to call me back. I don't know. Please tell me. Would that be possible?
No, they will call you back. And I feel like the calling back will happen in the next... This is meant to happen. I feel the calling back will happen in the next 2-3 weeks. I also think they might need you back because other people that they rely on are not there anymore. You understand? There's some internal changes, or there will be some internal changes in which they're going to lose some people, so they might end up by needing you back there. So I won't be surprised. Is there a blonde
Can you
woman
tell me
here?
some names, Carmen, please? Who's
going
to call me back? I even dream with them.
I see a blonde woman with an L or an A name. Is there anybody with this initial or with this presence?
Honestly, my manager was Steve. That was his name, Steve Pett.
Okay. Other than Steve, is there a female power there, or is there a woman that leaves that place that you can replace? Who might be the person that you end up... The person that you end up replacing that is blonde with lighter hair? Now, a lot of people can be blonde with lighter hair.
Kind of both of them are light-haired.
So one of the women that I see like leaves, and they will need you to replace her. And actually, Steve has nothing against you. So I don't have a feeling that Steve will be having anything against you or will not be willing to call you back. I think he will be willing to call you back. Does it make sense?
And he's going to be the one who's going to call me back?
Yeah, but I feel it has something to do with this woman. Who comes very strong to me is the presence of this female, which makes me believe that someone like
Can you
that.
tell me, please, something more about that?
So I feel like they know that you are waiting for this call. They know that you can be perfect for the job. They know that this has been an unfinished business. They know that they were wrong when they let you go. So there's a lot of a sense of knowing what they did, and a lot of conversation between this man and someone else about you, and probably you feel it. Do you feel that?
I do. That's why I called you, Carmen, because I really want to step forward in life, and I wanted to do so many times other things, but I always get stuck with this place. I don't know why.
You're stuck at this.
Like this is in my mind all the time.
You know exactly what I explained at the beginning. When you get stuck into something that you never finish, you are never able to let go. And what I'll do, I'll send all my blessing and my love towards the Steve guy, so that you create that healing between you and him, and that is when you're gonna hear from him. You know. Then.
And you are sure that they're gonna call me back?
Yes, yeah. Let's talk about this in like 2 weeks.
And you, Carmen, you recommend me to go back? It will be okay?
I will go back. There's nothing wrong about going back. Absolutely, definitely, absolutely go back.
Thank you so much, and I wish you just blessings. And keep going with the songs because they are beautiful. I know all of them.
Okay, my love. I'm gonna go to Helena in New York.
Hi, I love you, Carmen, and thank you taking my call.
I love you. Hi, my Helena. How are you, my love?
Hi, Carmen. I'm okay.
Good. How's everything with you?
Well, getting ready to move again.
Again? Okay.
So
yeah,
I'm hoping
it's
it will.
This time of the year. You moving back to the city?
No, not now.
Not now under the circumstance of what's happening. This change everything, all your plans and my plans, and yeah. So I think that.
On that subject, I mean, do you think, moving to the city is? I don't know what to think of right now. All I can do is do what I have to do at the moment. But I don't even know if going to the city is a good idea now. Or maybe I'm not wanting to let go of the past.
I would not, under the circumstances of what's happening right now, I don't think I will go to the city because don't forget, this virus might come back, you know what I mean?
I know.
Might come back, yeah. So, yeah.
It's just everything is so changed, so it's confusing to know what to think. But I do find that I'm sort of going back over my life and things and people that I haven't, maybe haven't forgiven or felt this they did me wrong.
Well, make a list of everything. Make a list of everything that you a list of everything. Yeah. A list of everything and everybody that caused you harm. You want to do that. You definitely want to do that.
But I want to let go of it,
That's why. Make a list and bless all those people and say, I'm disconnecting. I have nothing to do with any of these people, with any of these situations, So freeing your soul consciously from it is essential, Yeah.
Yeah, I've sort of been trying to do that.
Yeah.
But, going back to the whole living thing, I think right now all I can do is just do what I can do at the moment and see how things feel in a few months. I don't know.
Right.
But I don't know if I'm trying to hang on to the city and my life there, that maybe I shouldn't be trying to hang on to it, or, I don't know. It's confusing.
I think you have to redefine your whole life. I think we need to talk a little bit because my show is coming to an end. Think about when can you give me a call and we can talk a little bit. I'll give you some free minutes, but we can go deeper into how, because you're at the crossroads. So I think we need to to look more in depth about where things are going from here.
Yeah, I could do it. I'll text
Okay.
you. Try to do
Text
it.
me.
Thank
okay,
you.
my love. I love you.
Wow, I love
and
you.
at the very end of the show, I'll take Margot. Hi, my Margot. How are you, my love?
How are you, honey?
How are you?
Feeling good. Yourself?
I'm okay. How's everything with you, Margot?
Okay, I got a question.
Sure.
I'm having troubles with this one woman, and I know it's from another life, 1916.
Okay.
I was with somebody, and I cheated on them and went with her.
Okay.
So now we're here in another life, and she makes up stories about me.
Okay.
Let's say I'm 3,000 miles away, and I'm there for 8 months. She tells people in this small town that I'm stalking her.
Oh,
Go figure that one out. But for some reason, I need to get it together with her.
We're going to the end of the show, so my time expired on the show. Can we speak about this next week? And it will be the first one. I'll take you first. Next week.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, my Marco, love you. Okay, everybody,
Bye-bye.
I'm Carmen Harra, and thank you so much for calling me on the show today, for listening to my show, and I hope you'll be with me next week on OMTime Radio with Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, and thank you so much for listening. God bless everybody.